Hello, everyone. My name is Nick Nash. I'm one of the 6 co-founders of Asia Partners here in Southeast Asia. And on behalf of our entire firm, it's a great pleasure for us to share with you our 2021 Southeast Asia Internet Report. Before I, though, talk about business and technology and the implications thereof, I do want to pause for a moment, though, and talk about what is the much, much more important set of considerations, which is the absolute tragedy and the horror of COVID-19, the impact it has had on families, on communities, on loved ones across Southeast Asia and across the world. And likewise, just how in awe we are of the cumulative and collective teamwork of the public health and medical community to keep us safe at a time of so much risk and so much danger. We are so truly and deeply grateful. Thank you. Thank you so very much. What I'll endeavor to share today are really 5 core thoughts. One is holding our own feet to the fire on our predictions from 2019. Which of them turned out to be true? Which of them turned out to be misses? We'll give you a quick update. We'll then talk about a topic that's on everyone's mind. Who's going to be the next company to go public from Southeast Asia? And what does it take to be a public company? Are there certain metrics or thresholds to be a great public company? Then we'll go back and talk about a topic very close to our heart, which is what we can draw and learn from other emerging markets and how their technology ecosystems have evolved. And then finally, we'll talk about the tragedy of COVID-19, its impact on lives and on livelihoods across Southeast Asia, and how specific industries are reacting to the dramatic changes that have taken place over the past 12 months. Back in 2019, we made 8 very specific forecasts for the coming decade. Which ones did we get right? Which ones did we get wrong? With the benefit of hindsight, we had a pretty decent report card. Not perfect, but pretty decent. Southeast Asia is very much in its golden age of rising affluence, the same level of affluence that produced Alibaba and Tencent in China, Samsung and LG in Korea, and numerous companies in Japan in decades past. And we expect that Southeast Asia will remain in that golden age for at least the next 10 or so years. The home court advantage thesis is also very much intact. What we've seen is a continued evolution and growth of companies with true local network effects. Companies that are winning, not because the government is giving them a license, not because they have a unique structural advantage because of legislation. It's because they're authentically home court execution companies with real knowledge of this region. The thesis of 20 more billion-dollar tech companies is very much intact. In fact, we see ongoing growth of terrific companies in that dugout, if you will, in that immediate tranche below $1 billion. In fact, the number of companies that have gone public in China that can be role models for aspiring competitors or adopters of similar models in Southeast Asia continues to be very robust. And while there hasn't been a large mega IPO since the great experience we all had at sea, there have been a number of local IPOs, and moreover, the opportunity for the next generation of companies very much in their Series C and D stage right now to go public, we believe is extremely robust. So watch that space. In terms of the $400 billion of incremental equity value we predicted, C alone has generated $100 billion of lift relative to where it was at the time of our prediction. But it isn't the only company. And while we know that stock markets never tend to move in an exactly straight line, we're proud of the fact that Southeast Asia has already demonstrated real economic value creation on its way to the 400 billion goal by 2029. In terms of regional and Indonesia-focused platforms, we continue to see very much a mix. In fact, venture capitalists upstream of what we do at Asia Partners are spending about 51% of their deals at the Series A and B stage on regional potential platforms, and about a quarter of what they do on Indonesia-focused platforms. That mix is very consistent with how we saw things a few years ago. Finally, prediction 7, this turns out to be a lot better than we had thought. In fact, if we open the aperture a little bit and do a bit more digging, we have found up to 250,000 current and former employees of the first cohorts of large tech companies in Southeast Asia. And in fact, over 5,800 of them are now founders, co-founders, or CEOs of companies, a truly impressive degree of talent recycling into the ecosystem. Finally, a prediction that we were hoping to be wrong about, but have unfortunately still been correct. There is still a Series C and D gap in the market. In fact, we can quantify this. Every year, there is about $1.1 missing billion off growth equity that entrepreneurs in Southeast Asia would gladly absorb to grow their businesses, but which is simply not available to them to expand. I'll pause over there. While I've had the great pleasure of sharing some of these thoughts with you, this is very much a team effort from all of us at Asia Partners. And from us to you, we wish you a very prosperous and most importantly, healthy 2021. And we're always here to help. If there's anything that we can do to be of service to you or to your colleagues. Thank you very much.